So I have put off filming this video for literal years at this point because I was like, oh no, everything has to be perfect before I film it. And I finally just decided it's not going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. So I hope you don't mind that things are a little bit unorganized, but I personally love seeing what other cosplayers' workspaces look like. So I hope you enjoy seeing the behind the scenes of this channel. So changing my username to Bat Cosplay Studios is actually pretty accurate because I'm very privileged to have 3 spaces dedicated to crafting. So going in here first, this is mostly storage and reference. So I have a lot of fabric in bins, and how I ended up with so much fabric is that some of the fabric stores near me were going out of business, so I was able to get some of their stock for very cheap. Then we have the printer for printing all of the print-at-home patterns, and then underneath I have, whoop, they're falling out, but that is the patterns themselves stored in Ziploc baggies. We have the vinyl cutter. This is excessive. I do not need this, but I ordered it on Amazon for the 12-inch one, and they sent me the 24-inch one, so I'm not going to complain. Thank you, Jeff Bezos, for the free upgrade. That was really sweet. So yes, I am aware that it is excessive. And then in the drawers under here, I have some kits from the Dangerous Ladies, some of their printed fabric. And then we also, well, now that knob likes to just fall right off. Let's try from this side. More fabric and kits. And then in here is all of the vinyl for the vinyl cutter. I should mention that this is the Silhouette. I ended up deciding to go with Silhouette over Cameo just because once you factor in the cost of the Silhouette software, it's the same price as the Cameo, but when you buy the software, you have it for life instead of having a cloud-based service. So that's why I decided to go Silhouette. Otherwise, they're pretty much the same. This is all EVA foam. Then we have the book collection. A lot of these are cosplay magazines, Lolita magazines, and then just like general historical fashion and assorted cosplay books. Now over here we have ribbon and jewelry supplies and also a bunch of fake flowers for various projects. There's also some up there along with some skulls and a crow. All of this is scrap fabric that I didn't want to throw away just because you never know when you'll need scraps. Now we have crafting. So we have like little tiny EVA foam, some tissue paper for copying patterns, glues, paintbrushes, assorted Pusheen lights, and paint. A lot of this was sent to me in PR packages from Plaid. That's how come I amassed so much. So thank you to Plaid for sending me so much paint over the past couple years. Now we have more fabric in bins. This is all like furs and fleece, stuff like that. We have bins of patterns. I'm terrible at getting the patterns back in the envelope, so I just put them in Ziploc bags. And then over here is costume storage. You may recognize some of these from being on the channel, like there's Deedlit, and then the Amu Hinamori. So yeah, that's what this space looks like. Moving over to the right, my goal is to eventually turn it into a photo studio area. The people who lived here before had these clips for, I'm assuming it's for hanging photos, but I thought that would be useful for backdrops, and I also got this backdrop stand. Right now I just have this garment rack of costumes that are various stages of done. Like this is Zelda's Tears of the Kingdom dress, which is done, other than I need to sew the beads back onto it. I took them off so that I could wash it, but I need to finish editing the video for that. Again, we have Princess Peach, her movie version. Costume's done, just need to make the video. Fern, who I need to put in with the rest of the storage for the costumes because she is done, but I'm not ready to sell that one yet because I want to make Stark for my husband. Then we have Pura. She needs some upgrades before I do the video for that. And some of these are also older costumes that I have put up for sale. So I'm hoping that they will sell eventually. And this is the box of work in progress. They're all stored in little bags. Yeah, it's a problem. Okay, moving on to the closet. A bunch of shoes. I also have some soft boxes. Again, I've been slowly collecting things and eventually want to turn this into a photo studio area. This is the closet of costumes. Some of these are unfinished, and I don't know, I'm gonna end up finishing them, but mainly, oh hey, there's Peach. This is the storage for some of my favorite costumes that I don't want to sell just yet. So that is Tsuyu's Dirndl outfit. We have Liliana from Magic. Most of these were competition costumes, and oh, there's Cinderella and Daniela Dimitrescu. Yeah, a lot of these are competition costumes that I'm just not ready to part with yet, even if they don't necessarily fit very well. I'm just very proud of them or otherwise really sentimentally attached to them. Another soft box. And then we have various storage Pusheen boxes. Zelda and Pura again. Pura's being stored on top of a fake cake because why not? And then just some supplies in a cauldron. And then this is all wig storage as well. So not a whole lot happening with this room right now, but I have high hopes for it in the future. And then lastly, moving on to the main cosplay area. This is what you see in most of my videos and where most of the work happens. So behind the door, we have some cones of serger thread, my props that I haven't found a home for yet. That's for Vex from Vox Machina, and that's Flayn's staff. I don't have either of those costumes anymore, but the props are just too big to mail, so that's why they're staying there. We have a mirror, and then, let's see, over here, like I said, I'm sorry, everything's a mess, but otherwise this video just wasn't gonna happen. So we have some shoes that I need to paint, and then have some more storage, various stuff in here. Have boning and horsehair braid. And here we have the serger and zippers, pinking shears, colored pencils, all that fun stuff. This drawer is full of zippers and elastic and whatnot. We have some Pusheens on it. Currently, PlayStation's on there because I've been slightly addicted to Final Fantasy XIV, and yes, that's why that's hanging out there. And then underneath we have just the sewing manuals for my machines, some Ziploc baggies for when I need to store stuff, pencil sharpener, tape, all that fun stuff. Have a whiteboard. I had dreams of this being like super organized and whatnot. Not really helping with the organization, but it is covering up a large patch of paint that was here from the people who lived here before. So at least now I don't have that on there. It's my computer, and then this is I think it's made for TikTok, but it's like a ring light thing. That's what I was filming on before. And what's nice about it is that it just clamps onto the table. Then we have the sewing machine that I use and various pieces for other projects. And also thread. Now for the storage over here, we have planners and another ring light. This is for storing receipts and things like that. And then in here, sorry, my hair just got in the way. This is more trims, horsehair braid. This is bias tapes and whatnot. That bag is about to fall apart, but it's not yet. Sorry, I had to close the window shade for privacy reasons. But then this is the backdrop for most of my videos where you see me. And this is a combination of Pusheen and anime figures. So we have some up there. And then this is, these are all of the scale figures I have, and then the rest are Nendroids. Most of these are either characters I've cosplayed or are dream costumes that I would like to do or otherwise somewhat sentimental to me. Like she's the Family Mart Summer Miku that I got when I was in Japan as a souvenir. And then we've got, this is just kind of like the magical girl section, and then we have the Mikus. And underneath we have more Pusheens, and we have some bolts of fabric. Moving on down the line, again, I don't want to show the windows for personal reasons, but we have the iron and ironing board. We have 2 dress forms. I kind of put stuff on back and forth. This one is the one that's closer to my measurements. This one isn't, but it's still good for if I need to just kind of have something hang on it or display something on it. We have the lights. Again, another bookshelf with more figures on it. These are all for storage for like buttons, snaps, wonder clips. We have more of the Nendos. We have stuff for pressing. We have press cloths and more trims. And then more fabric on bolts and also more fabric on here. I have too much fabric. And we have more, these are the patterns that are a bit more delicate that I don't want to store with the rest of the patterns. I have the sickle for my Daniela Dimitrisk. And then this is just like random stuff. This little card is from when I did a cosplay flea market. That's the word I'm looking for. We have more storage. We have some shoes. This is all like heat and bond and interfacing and just kind of general stuff in there. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I did just want to say that this is all stuff that I've acquired over 15 years of cosplaying. You definitely don't need all of this to start. When I started cosplaying, I was in college and lived in a dorm room that I shared with 2 other girls. So you definitely don't need all of this to enjoy cosplaying. But I did hope that you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.